Did you know that defective tires cause over 11,000 crashes and nearly 200 fatalities every single year in the US alone? And what's worse, some of these disasters could have been completely avoided if people knew which tires to stay away from. Unfortunately, not all tires are created equal. Some are so dangerously flawed that they've been linked to fatal crashes, massive recalls, and even government investigations. In this video, I'm breaking down 4 of the worst tires ever made, ones that you should never buy, no matter how cheap or popular they might seem. Stick around till the end, because number 1 on this list has a failure rate up to 25 times higher than the average tire. Let's get into it. Number 1. Firestone Wilderness Tires. If there's one tire that deserves a top spot on the never buy list, it's the Firestone Wilderness tire. And for good reason. This tire wasn't just bad, it was a complete safety nightmare that led to one of the biggest tire recalls in history. Originally designed for the Ford Explorer in the 1990s, these tires were prone to catastrophic tread separation, often at highway speeds, leading to horrifying rollovers and fatal crashes. The issue became so severe that over 6.5 million of these tires had to be recalled after countless accidents and injuries. But the damage was already done. Reports of hundreds of deaths and thousands of injuries were linked to these defective tires. The situation got so bad that Congress had to step in, passing the Tread Act to enforce stricter safety regulations. The controversy even ended a 100-year partnership between Ford and Firestone. If you value your safety, avoid these tires at all costs. There's no second chance when a tire fails at 70 miles per hour. Number 2. Goodyear G159 tires. This tire was originally designed for low-speed delivery vehicles, yet somehow it ended up being slapped onto massive motorhomes, a deadly mismatch that led to countless blowouts, crashes, and tragic fatalities. The biggest issue? Heat buildup. These tires weren't built to handle the speeds and long-distance driving of RVs, and at highway speeds, they would overheat, delaminate, and completely fail. In fact, Goodyear's own tests showed that these tires reached up to 229 degrees Fahrenheit, far beyond what they were designed for. The result? Families on road trips suddenly losing control, massive rollovers, and lives lost. The failure rate of the G159 is estimated to be 10 to 25 times worse than even the infamous Firestone Wilderness tires. And despite knowing the risks, Goodyear fought lawsuits for years instead of taking responsibility. If you ever see these tires on a vehicle, get rid of them immediately. This isn't just bad engineering, it's a death trap waiting to happen. Number 3. Brinks Changshan winter tires. When you buy winter tires, you expect them to keep you safe in snow and ice, right? Well, that's exactly where Brinks Changshan winter tires failed miserably. In December 2024, over 541,000 of these tires were recalled because they didn't provide enough traction in winter conditions, a complete disaster for anyone relying on them for safety. Despite passing European tests, these tires didn't meet North American safety standards, making them a huge risk for crashes in snowy and icy weather. Imagine thinking you have winter tires that will grip the road, only to find out they're practically useless when you need them most. That's not just bad design, it's dangerous. If you see Fortune Tormenta or Brinks High Country tires on your vehicle, do yourself a favor and swap them out ASAP. When it comes to winter driving, your tires are the only thing between you and disaster. Don't take the risk. Number 4. Cheap imported Chinese brand tires. Sure, saving money on tires sounds great until you realize those cheap imported Chinese tires might be putting your life at risk. These tires flood the market with tempting low prices, but what you save in cash, you lose in safety. Many of these brands, like Westlake, AKS, and Compass, have been flagged for lacking even the most basic safety features. We're talking no gum strips, no belt stiffeners, and no bead wedges. These are industry standard safety components, and without them, the chances of blowouts, tread separation, and total failure at high speeds skyrocket. In fact, some of these tires have been forced into government recalls because they simply don't meet safety standards. It's no wonder that Consumer Reports tested several and found they were no bargain when it came to performance and durability. At the end of the day, tires are the only thing keeping your car connected to the road. Do you really want to trust that to a brand that cuts corners? If you see a sketchy off-brand tire with a price that seems too good to be true, it probably is. Stay away, or you might pay the price on the road.